Alright, welcome to a new episode. The shortest way to achieve your success is to duplicate other people's success. And today I'm going to be talking about duplicating a successful Shopify store. Now, before I do that, if you watch me on any other social network, go to at shopify.now. Instagram, that's where I spend most of my time. Instagram allow you to direct message me, and sometimes I answer using the voice feature. I just record the message instead of typing. I'm now receiving many messages from you, so I really even don't have time to type. But anyway, let's go to Shopify store blueprint, and in particular dropshipping store blueprint. And if you look at dictionary, basically blueprint is a guide, or it is a pattern that you can duplicate or follow. And when it comes to Shopify or e-commerce in particular, it is very important that you duplicate store, at least the store idea and the principle. Now, it's not just about item selection. Obviously, you can spy on your competition and find those items that competition is selling, and you must do it. And my tutorial explains how to do that. But it's just the way the store runs, what kind of ads they run, where they run the traffic, do they run to your collection or individual items? Do they use something else to advertise, like Instagram, what hashtags they use? And there's so much more, so much information. So you cannot duplicate anything until you see it with your own eyes, right? It's hard to duplicate what you don't see. And so if you spend some time on internet, and I suspect you guys, most of you follow e-commerce and Shopify, you see these gurus that print, have screenshots of their income, and they sell in courses. And the only thing they don't show you how to, in real life, to find items. I mean, maybe they say, but they don't show you the exact item. Unless you know the exact item and exact Facebook ad, you don't really know. I mean, I can explain you the principle, but if I show you the item and how you put item in your store and make a description for this item, how I describe it, how I create Facebook ad, and what is my way of creating page post or video ad or carousel or slideshow ad, and then you see sale. Wow, we have a sale for $100. Wow, we have sale for $58. And you see like all of these bullet points. You see I'm connecting the dots. You see the whole blueprint. Once you have this blueprint, once you have this roadmap, even if you don't have much experience on, in fact, if you don't have experience at all of a sudden it's not that difficult for you to go and duplicate it. I have just one student recently, he purchased my tutorial, and actually in less than a few hours, same day, he is leaving messages on my Instagram, voice messages, and he says, wow, I just made $2,000 using just one of your techniques. So what happened, he took a blueprint and he replicated right away in a matter of an hour. And right away, he had the result. So why, and I don't say, when I say gurus, I don't mean just not necessarily in a negative sense. Why most people would never let you in a store? Not just their major store, but at least real store that has real sales. And I created such store for my tutorials, right? Here is what happened. Analytics is everything. The pixel that install in your Shopify store, Facebook pixel in my case, and you can do actually Google analytics as well, but Facebook analytics become better and better. So it's going to be totally messed up. Let's say I sell stuff for cats, right? And I have people that interested in cat come into my store. And Pixel kind of collecting the data, valuable data. So I use that data to retarget all these people that buying cat product from my store. Now imagine I open this store for you as my students, and my bunch of my students coming in not interested in cats. So I ruin my entire analytics. It's almost like a kamikaze, where you sacrifice yourself. So even the store that I created, this like a 6-item store, real store. I had real sales in my tutorial. You see all of that. But I sacrificed that store, and it's a lot of work, right? I mean, you have to create the store, bring successful item. Especially I brought 6 items that I use. My first 6 items, the most successful items I used to generate $250,000 of my store. It's not hypothetical BS. That's why from the very beginning my promise was no bull. I said I'm too old to BS around, right? This is my promise. I'm gonna take you to real store, show you real items from the store that I sold, but now these items in my collection. That store that existed that I sold, I cannot give you access to that store because that store belonged to somebody else. They will take me to court, right? And it's not ethical. But I put the same items in this store, and I start to run ads, and I have numerous sales on my store. So everything is real. And when you have that blueprint will make difference in your life and in your business. Because I open myself up to the world, I have so many people running to me. They all been hurt. And why? Because they have purchased courses, tutorials, but there were no blueprints. Nobody gave them a roadmap. Nobody gave them exact items, exact ads, exact store setup. They just took hypothetical. Well, you go to AliExpress. No, if you like item you can bring to your store, then you run ads. Well, yeah, you start with $20 per day, and you pray that they sell. Oh, so that's basically, maybe I exaggerate a little bit, but you have the idea. This is gonna be making or breaking your store. If you have blueprint, especially for those of you that don't have knowledge, it's very daunting. It's very scary. I have a lot of people. I have a lot of ladies following me, by the way, and I appreciate that. And actually, most men that are afraid, not ladies. Men say, I cannot admit it. I mean, my wife doesn't believe in me. I am all shaken. I am scared to death to go and put this item and start running Facebook. What if nobody buys? Now, if you purchase a tutorial and you go for a blueprint, all of a sudden you don't have this fear. I don't care. You can take my items, the 6 items that I show you that I use to generate all the money in my store, and you can literally copy and paste them and run your Shopify store. Now, I'm going to consolidate all my courses. I'm consolidating all my courses, bring my course how to set up and run Shopify, then how to advertise on Facebook, your Shopify store on Facebook, and how to find hot product. I bring in all my tutorials in once. Probably going to happen early next week. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to keep you abreast through, just keep watching this Instagram TV episodes. Share this. If you know anyone that is struggling with Shopify or e-commerce, maybe they haven't have store yet. You go to my tutorials, you go to my links, you will find tutorials and 2 weeks free Shopify trial, no credit card required. You said, hey, this guy, Vic. And Vic is teaching you all this blueprint. He will let you in a store. So share that, ask me a question, direct message me. I hope I'll be able to use my experience and my blueprint to give you a sense of direction, and at least you have a general understanding where to go. And then, obviously to get my tutorial gonna be best idea, because you're gonna get the entire blueprint and you're gonna use it to build your own successful Shopify store.